Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem YAHAWASHI, BaHashem Merkak. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. And shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this bound captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. And today's lesson, actually, funnily enough, this is partially a testimony. Again, it's kind of, I don't remember if I did this lesson before or not, but I actually genuinely don't remember. But basically, let me get all the all these. Yeah, so basically this is in the sense of this is in the sense of well, let's start with the scripture first. Psalms 27 verse 14, wait on the Lord and be Psalms 27 verse 14, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And today's lesson is going to be on just waiting on the Lord. And the thing is that you have to understand that you want something. Okay, so let's say you want something. All right, let's say you want a PS5. All right, and obviously, or let's just say, for example, you don't have the money to get a PS5. Money's tight right now, as it is for most of us. All right, and it's a struggle. I'll just say it's a struggle to kind of save up money to actively be able to actively get it. All right, so as a result of that, you just save, but you don't actually get any. You don't actually get anything. You don't actually get it yet. All right, because it is a struggle, and there's the money aspect of it that just really gets in the way of you properly being able to pool all of your money together in order to actively get the thing that you want. So as a result of that, just like you're struggling and stuff like that, you might pray. Okay, that's another thing where as a matter of fact, let's get that first. John 16 verse 23, and in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it you. All right, and this is the big thing. This is the major thing where you ask, oh, I want a PS5, as is the example that we ask, that we want. We say, oh, I want this, I want that, and whatnot. And the thing is that you may be allowed to get it. The Lord may make a way for you to actively get it, but the thing is, you have to understand that it's not your will. It is you have to understand that it is the Lord's will. You have to have the Lord dictate whether he will give it to you or not, which let's actually get that. All right. This, and also I want to get this one.
This is a serious example because this is the highest stage of humanity. Orphans are the most important group of our children. It is a responsibility to the family.
James chapter 4 verse 15, for that we ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. All right, so if the Lord will, then we're going to do something. Okay, so that's another way of saying it is Yahawah. All right, because Yahawah being the name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God. And Rataza is basically willing, all the different versions of that. Next is Matthew chapter 26, verse 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." All right, Slakia, bear with me one moment. All right, Slakia. Basically, yeah. So that even Yahawashi, he is not exempt of the Lord's will. If he, sorry, Slakia, his will does not supersede the Lord's will. If the Lord says he's going to do something, then if the Lord says he's going to do something, or something that has to happen, the same way that Yahawashi did not want to be crucified. All right, he didn't want to be crucified, so he accepted it, just the same way that even though we might ask for something, we might want something, we have to, at the end of the day, acknowledge that if the Lord does not want us to have it, to do whatever, then we cannot do it. But still, ultimately, I also want to point out the other side of it. Okay, and now that we got that context out the way, so I want to go back into the thing, because too oftenly you have Jake that has things twisted, and they think that, okay, well, I want to be a famous rapper, I want to do this, that, and the third, and whatnot. And as a result of that, they are willing to basically do anything. It's like, by any means possible, I'm going to do this. I have to do this. I have to get this. It's this is the most important thing to me, and I literally do not care about anything else. Like, you do not come at me with anything else besides letting me become a rapper, famous, and getting all the money and stuff like that. But the thing is that, the problem with that is that you have to let Esau basically blow your back out, basically. All right, and that's the type of stuff where you are compromising your morals, you're compromising your beliefs for the sake of money. All right, like do you actually believe that do you actually think that do you actually think that is okay in the eyes of Yahawadah? Do you actually think the Lord is going to be okay with you either sinning or hurting someone, or hurting yourself just for some money, to be able to, I want to buy this, that, and the third? All right, so yeah, this is Slakia for the stuttering, by the way. This is an important thing to remember, that you can't just be all on that. I will literally do anything for money. I don't care about all this extra stuff and stuff like that. The only thing that matters to me is getting my bread, getting the money, being ahead in life and stuff like that. Where Esau. Another thing is like selling your soul. All right, because the thing is that that's another that's another aspect to it, where instead of the Lord just not letting you get it, you find another avenue, which is Esau, Edom, where you go to the devil to get stuff. Okay, because let's get that. Did I reread that? Yeah, over here, Matthew chapter 4, verse 8. And again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yahawashi unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Alright. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So basically, the spiritual demon Satan has access to it, because he didn't lie. Alright. And Yahawashi didn't say, oh, you're a liar, you don't have access to that. No. The spiritual demon Satan basically has access to this through the allowance of YAHAWAH. I'm pretty sure I've made less on this before, but I don't want to get too much into that right now. But basically, in general, like, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, as let's get that in Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he. So yeah, we know for a fact that the wicked has control over the world, and Satan saying this, it's not, it comes from a place of truth. He's not lying to him. All right. And in that same sense, like Esau, Edom, he might offer you, oh yeah, you want a mansion, you want all these fancy cars, you want all these women and stuff like that, blah blah. Like he will offer you all that stuff. But the thing is that he wants you to basically sell yourself to him, not your soul, because you don't have authority over your own soul, but basically selling yourself. All right, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself to compromise your own morals, compromise your relationship with Yahawashi. All right, right. Basically, willfully sinning just for that. And do you really think that the Lord is allowing that type of stuff? Like, there's so many people, I guess it's different for me because I'm in this truth. Slakia, bear with me one moment. One moment again. Alright, so yeah, Slakia. Basically, the thing about this is that I forgot what I was about to say, but basically, in terms of the thing, oh yeah, Slakia. Maybe it's different for me because I'm in the truth and I'm trying my best to follow after Yahawashi. But it's like you have to remember, like, the Lord is waiting to bless you. He's after he gets us out of this captivity, we don't have to struggle, we don't have to be in poverty anymore, we don't have to suffer. All right, because like this is such a big thing with Jake, where they constantly forget, like, what, like, this is temporary. Whether you be a sinner, whether you be righteous, whatever. All right, like, at the end of the day, this is all temporary. You shouldn't be thinking that this is like this is the coup de grace. This is like the number one thing that I want. This is what I'm working towards. No, all right. You, at the end of the day, you have to be like, okay, you know what? I know I want this. I want to be able to get out of here. I want to be able to not suffer in poverty and all that stuff. But you know what? I'm going to wait on the Lord Yahawadah to bless me properly with all the stuff that I need, rather than taking things upon myself to go and say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go find another way. I'm going to go do this or whatever. I'm going to go make my money. I'm going to go make my money this way. All right. Where it's just like you're trusting in man rather than Yahawadah to provide for you. All right, like, do people fail to actually realize what they're doing? Like, do you see the Do you see the issue in that? All right, like it's kind of like foolish for you to just think that, yeah, it's this is fine. I'm gonna keep on doing that, and then you have so many people that Slakia, you have so many people that still claim to be Christians, still claim to be followers of Yahawadah when they've chosen their gods to follow. They've chosen, like, you know that the Lord does not approve of what you're doing. You know that, and nobody needs to tell you that. You already knew it, in your heart of hearts, whether you had to be told or taught it or not. You knew that what you were doing was wrong, but yet you went out of your way to go and do it anyway because you were so desperate. You were so desperate to get money, to get somewhere in Esau's kingdom, rather than just waiting on the Lord to bless you and provide for you with the things that with the for the to bless you and provide you with the things that you need. Okay, that's the thing. Being a servant for Yahawadah doesn't mean automatic, everyday, 24/7 happiness and blessings. We are in captivity right now. All right, and to finally get into, and the thing is that, like, again, like I guess it might be a different perspective for me because I'm constantly needing to remind myself to stay faithful so that I don't fall into temptation. But I guess, like, it's just not, it's not something that we should ever do that, because even then Jake knows what's right and what's wrong. Even if they don't fully know it, they know it. They passively know it. They know about some suggestive ways, and like, okay, you know what, I think in this aspect I know that I'm wrong. I know that I'm messing something up. I know that something in me is telling me that this is not the right way to go, but I'm ignoring it because I really want to get this thing. You're letting your desire outweigh your morals and your mind that's telling you that this is not the right thing to do, and you think that you can get away with it. You think that you can hide. All right, no, let me get that. Is it? I think it's in Proverbs. Okay, I forgot what it was. It was Proverbs chapter 15 verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the Lord sees you doing evil in behind closed doors, but he also sees the good that you do behind closed doors. Oh my God, I'm so glad I held back. So yeah, this is a perfect way, the perfect transition. Hold on. So firstly, the Lord sees all evil. So even though all these freaking, what's it called, what's their names, celebrities, all right, that have gotten their booty blasted or whatever by Esau, okay, be they men, women, whatever, got sodomized and all that stuff, even though they had that happen to them, it literally did not matter, because at the end of the day, the Lord is looking at them. The Lord is looking like, okay, you know what, you chose to do this stuff. I see it. Just because the other people don't see it, that doesn't mean that the Lord Yahawadah doesn't see it. So he sees it all. He's watching you. All right, he's watching everything. So when you go behind people's backs to do something wicked, you think that nobody sees. You think that, oh, it's just between these people. Oh, my secret's safe for me. No, that's not how things go. Let's get that. Perfect example, Al-Azhar. All right. Luke chapter 8 verse 17, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known or come abroad. All right, so all these secrets that they had going on behind their backs, the Lord will reveal it. The Lord revealed it. And even though, I have to say, because me personally, I wouldn't have done what Ariella did, but at the same time, it had to happen. And even though I may not approve of the method, it literally does not matter what I think. The only thing that matters is that he did it through the will and power of YAHAWAH. Yahawah was the one that actually revealed it at the end of the day, and the Lord Yahawah decided to reveal it in that way. So ultimately, I do approve of it, even though from man, speaking as a man, in terms of how he claims to have cared about Alazar, I may not have approved of it in that way, but ultimately I do approve of him doing that, because that's how the Lord set things up to be. He made it that way so that this man Alazar would be exposed in the way that he did, and basically humiliated. All right, and I don't care. I don't really necessarily care specifically that happened and whatnot, or in terms of like I'm gonna laugh it in his face and whatnot. No, I don't think like that. I just mean in the sense of like I don't care how the Lord does it, but the Lord is going to basically get his point across. He's going to judge the people that are wrong. Okay, so you have these people like him and other people like these celebrities that have their things that have their secrets in worse ways. All right, they do all those stuff. All right, and then maybe it hasn't been revealed fully, but we know through all these suggestions and stuff like that they're trying their best to keep things secret. Okay, because you heard about what's it called? If you heard, what they say is that a lot of these rappers basically they sign terrible contracts while also getting blackmailed and about basically getting, I guess, raped and stuff like that. All right, that's the stuff that be going on. All right, these men are getting sodomized by Esau Edom. All right, and then that's basically how Hollywood goes. All right, even then, I don't even think it's just Jake. I think it's other celebrities as well. I am led to believe that some other celebrities might get away with more, but maybe not. But one celebrity I was surprised to hear about was Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man in the Marvel movies. He had to. I want to say had to, but I don't know if he had to or if he chose it. But he had to basically play star in in an alphabet movie, and also his wife, whatnot, Zendaya, which I kind of feel like it's kind of weird that she is married to him, but maybe Tom Holland is Jake, maybe not, I don't know, whatever. Because I only say that because Tom Holland is getting embarrassed as if he is a Jake. Like, you would expect that this type of embarrassment and humiliation would only happen to Jake. Like, it's like, why are they doing that to some Edomite looking dude? All right, but maybe I'm just not as knowledgeable because I don't keep up with these celebrities. All right, I only hear about a few things here and there. But anyway, with Zendaya, she basically did a movie, I guess, after she got married, where she has to be with these two Edomite dudes. Like, she's being sandwiched between these two Edomite dudes while she's married, and like I don't know. It's just so weird to me. I do not fuck with that shit. Like, that's just no. Slocky, I know I'm ranting, but like it's just like that's the wickedness anyway. But yeah, now getting into it, finally, the inspiration and the testimony that I have to go through is, basically I didn't have any money, and what happened with me was that I didn't have money. I was trying to save money for stuff and stuff like that, and so that and money is hard, money's tough and all that stuff. And then like, okay, you know what, damn it, just I really want a PS5, but I can't get a PS5 because I don't have the money, blah blah blah. So then, and obviously I'm not gonna go stealing or anything like that, obviously, especially when I'm in this truth. So basically what happened was the Lord basically showed me a a tournament, okay, a tournament series that I had to enter. And for the whole entirety of 2 months, all right, I would always sign up for all the tournaments that I could, even for games that it was gaming tournaments, even for games that I didn't even know how to play and stuff like that. Those games I couldn't play, I could play, I played this, that, and third. I asked a whole bunch of help and all that stuff from all these other people to make sure I'm logged in, I'm signed in, so that I can go in when I get back home from wherever I'm leaving and stuff like that, all that stuff. And it was funny. I'll say I'm not gonna say it was fun, because it definitely was not fun. It was actually getting a bit stressful. But because the reason why it was so stressful was because there was a cheater in the first month of it that was actually like at the top. He was literally everyone knew that he was a cheater, and like everyone except for the people that was running the tournament, everyone knew that he was a cheater. And he was just like he was just basically like getting free wins and stuff like that. And then they banned him, they blocked him from being able to play, and that basically relieved me of a lot of the stress, because that was one of the people that I needed to beat in order to make it into the top. It was top 4, all right, and I made it into top 3. I was top 3 in the thing, all right. So I had the third most amount of points, and I had won the PS5. So yeah, it was like it was literally like that. Like, it was so hard. It was such a struggle and stuff like that. And most people would think that just playing games, it's not that hard, it's not that easy. All you do is just play games. And I'll say, for the games that I didn't play, for the games that I didn't know how to play well, it wasn't as stressful. The only time it was actually stressful was when there was an actual chance of me winning, and I would always be afraid, because the thing was, like, I was always micromanaging and calculating the amount of points that I would need to stay within the top 5 range, because there was times I would miss a tournament and I would drop down to like top 8. I would drop down to this. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to lose. Like, these people, you have all these people that are jumping big. They're getting like 20 points in one time, and I'm over here getting like 2 each tournament. What's it? 8 each week and whatnot. 10 on a good day, on a really good day. And then it's like, well, damn, I'm struggling. I'm doing this. Am I gonna actually make it? Like, I'm over here praying. For the entirety of those 2 weeks, I was constantly praying, asking the Lord to just make things better, make things easier. And on top of that, the thing was that there was so many people that was signed in more, that was logging in, that was signing up for the tournaments, simply because they also wanted the PS5s like me. There was 4, the top 4 would get PS5s, and I'm like, things are even more stressful and even harder for me now compared to normally. And then it's just like, I met with some of the cheaters. Some of them people were actually trying to cheat me. They're actually trying to do this stuff, and again, like, it only added to the stress that I had to deal with. Where my mind was so laser focused on getting the PS5. All right, so it's like, damn, I really need to do this. I really need to do this and the third. I really got to do what I got to do and stuff like that. Like, it is like, this is thing. Like, they're not making things any easier for me. All right. So yeah, like, there was all that stuff, all the cheaters, all the good players, all the bad players, all the people that were just getting in my way and whatnot. Like, it was just a stressful time. But then, lo and behold, at the end of the day, all right, when the last tournament hit, then the last tournament ended, I played in the last tournament. All right, I made it. Okay, call halayim la yabashmi. And again, like, I take absolutely no credit in this. And the thing is that it was just a gaming tournament. I didn't need to compromise my morals. I didn't need to hurt anybody. I didn't need to go against or sin in order to or well, maybe I did play in the tournament on a Sabbath. I don't remember, but or maybe I probably entered the tournament and then lost on purpose and stuff like that, because I still got like 2 points or 1 point just for entering in. But whatever, the main point is that, you know, I didn't have to, I didn't like do anything extreme against the Lord to in order to get it. The Lord just gave me a perfect opportunity to get it. I actually, maybe because it was 2 months, I'm pretty sure they don't have, I think it was like on during those months. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not gonna say because I don't remember. But basically, yeah, like, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to sell my soul. I didn't have to give up my rectum in order to get it. The Lord just opened a path and showed me a way for me to get something that I wanted, rather than having to save up the money in order to get it myself. And then all that money I saved had to go for bills. I'm not gonna lie. It's things are still not easy, but you get the point. All right. The Lord made a way, and I'm so happy at the blessing and the allowance and the mercy from Yahawadah to give me the opportunity to have done that. I pray that the Lord continues to give me more and more opportunities to get more and more of the things that I want before, if not just get us out of here, honestly. Because, you know, even there's still some things that I want, but like, I try to have patience and trust that, you know, if the Lord's going to give it to me, He's going to give it to me. If not, then that's just the thing. And I try in my best to not get carnal. All right, I try my best not to get carnal, but at the same time, you know, it's human nature to say, oh yeah, you want a PS5, you want a woman, you want a car, you want a house, you want this, you want that, or whatever. All right, like these are the things that we just say, you know what, even though we want it, don't go accepting it from Esau. Don't go taking it from Esau, Edom. All right, out of anyone. All right, just be like, okay, yeah, I fuck with the Lord, but I fuck with the Lord, and I'm going to stick to the Lord. I'm going to wait for the Lord to bless me properly. All right, I'm not gonna let Esau make me go against what I need to do. All right. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is serving Yahawadah. Then that should take precedent over that should take precedent over any of your desires. All right. So please remember that. You know, when it comes to, you know, when it comes to your desires. Okay. Don't let your desires take precedence, all right, or take priority over what we need to do. All right. Let me also get this. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all His commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. All right, okay. Verse 2, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. And the blessings, okay, the blessings of Yahawadah and His, that's what we look forward. That's what we look for. That's what we look forward to. All right. So we ask for through obedience. All right. Slakia. Okay. So 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. All right. So that's another thing where, we try our best to not be tempted through our carnal desires. Okay. So yes, as I said before, yes, you might want something, but don't let that dictate or take precedence over what you have to do with Yahawadah and His. You want something. You might want something. You might need something. You might whatever. Okay, but you can't just say. You can't just let. You can't let that be your number one priority. Okay, always remember that before you say I want this, before you say I'm going to do this, think am I going against Yahawadah and His with this? Am I doing something that the Lord would not approve of? All right, that's just the main thing. We really need to remember. In our walk. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakak, Wadash, to honor the elders and apostles, the great millstone, the bottom of the ball, and Shalom.